The Greycat ROC, which stands for Remote Ore Collector, for those that didn't know, I certainly didn't. I always thought it stood for rock, you know, because you mine rocks, but that's besides the point. This ore collecting machine was released back in August 2020, patch 3.10, and its predecessor, the ROC DS, with DS standing for Dual Seat, was released in April 2021, patch 3.13. In this video, we'll be comparing the two and sharing my thoughts as we go through some of the points based on my experience after using both of them and some minor recommendations. So let's put on our Pembroke exploration suits and get into it. Now the ROC comes with a mining laser that can be operated from the comfort of your own seat. That same mining laser comes with an extraction beam that allows you to collect your own ore from the ground once it's ready to be collected. Oftentimes though, the rate at which you extract the ores greatly depends on the server that you are in and the state of the build, which sometimes causes a lag in between the start of the actual extraction and the extraction itself. On the other hand, the ROC DS has a manual mining arm that has to be operated by a secondary player. Or if you are mainly a solo miner like me, you have to park the ROC DS, get out of the driving seat, which requires you to get out of the cabin, and then jump into the mining seat, which is exposed to the outside elements. Not only that, but if you are operating solo and you end up overshooting one of the ores to the point that it explodes, you'll have nowhere to go since you won't have enough time to get into the driving seat and take off. On the flip side, although manual, it has its own huge benefits like increased range and power and flexibility. The ROC has 0.80 SEU of mineral storage, which can be considered a very small amount since you'll have to constantly be unloading your ores into the ship. To some, this might be a problem if you're landing and using the ROC itself to scan and mine around the area, which I don't recommend. Scanning with the ship and landing right by the desired cluster of ores is the way to go. I will be making a full mining guide soon that will cover the whole ROC mining process, so make sure you tune in. Now the ROC DS can hold up to 3.5 SEU, which is about 4 times more than the regular ROC, which means less trips to unload your ores into the ship, which means more time out there in the field making tons of profits. The ROC has 4 wheels that's supposed to handle all kinds of terrains. That might have been true whenever this vehicle was first released, but not in the current latest patch. The ROC can barely make it up a hill most of the time, hoping that gets addressed soon. The ROC DS has a total of 6 wheels, which felt like it could take me anywhere. Not only does it have 6 wheels, but each of the wheels are about twice as wide as the standard Greycat ROC wheels, which screams power. The ROC has an open air cabin which leaves you exposed to the environment, so wearing protective gear is a must. However, don't really need gear in the latest patch, with Aberdeen being the prime example. Back in the day, you needed the Pembroke exploration suit in order to survive the climate in that moon. The ROC DS has an enclosed cabin which, on the other hand, protects you from any type of environment. Sadly, that's not the same case if you are manually mining on the other seat. The ROC is 5.1 meters in length, 3.8 meters in width, and 3.15 meters in height, which allows it to fit almost in all the medium-sized ships. Here's a quick list of all the ships I was able to test it with. The color is black, well, barely, which you can rent it at Lorville. The Nomad, the Valkyrie, the MSR, the Freelancer Max, the Constellation series, and in my case the Tyros variant, and the C1 Spirit, which is my all-time favorite so far. I actually have a video when I paired all of these ships with the Greycat ROC, so make sure you check that out. I'll make sure to link that playlist in the description below. Now the ROC DS is 6.6 meters in length, 5 meters in width, and 3.3 meters in height, which makes it a stockier vehicle compared to the OG ROC. It barely fits in the C1 Spirit, but some of you in the Star Citizen community have said that it fits in the MSR, and I'm pretty sure that it fits in the closer to heavier medium-sized ships like the Constellations of the world, the Valkyrie, the Freelancers of the world, etc., which I will be testing out soon. I just like to see things for myself, you know? So based on my experience, I've found the ROC DS to be a lot more profitable than the regular ROC. Not having to make multiple trips to unload the ores into the ship is a huge plus. Yes, you'll probably need another player to help you operate the manual mining laser, but you can still go at it solo, which I didn't find an issue with. It only takes a couple of seconds to move from the driving seat into the mining seat. But after a couple of mining runs, I did find myself going through clusters a lot faster than I would with the regular Greycat ROC. You can find both versions of the ROC at Lorville New Deal in Hurston. In-game price for the ROC is 172,000 UEC or $55 in the pledge store. But if you don't have 172,000 UEC, you can also rent it from a mining facility, from any mining facility, for about 4,300 UEC per day. And trust me, you will make that back in a single run, trust me. In-game price for the ROC DS is 176,000 UEC or $75 in the pledge store. If you're able to fit the ROC DS into your ship, buying it in-game with in-game money, it's a no-brainer, at least for me. If not, you can't go wrong with the standard one when just getting started. That was my quick comparison in between the standard ROC and the ROC DS, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Which Greycat vehicle is your go-to for mining? Is it the regular Greycat ROC or the ROC DS? What do you usually average per hour, and what's your go-to moon for mining? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you found this helpful or entertaining, make sure you drop a like on this video, as this helps the channel a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more Star Citizen content and other shenanigans. I will see you guys on the next one. Zerhaze out.